Hey guys, in this video we are going to talk about how to master fear and doubt once and for all. So fear and doubt are such great emotions, feelings because they're so spicy, they're so stigmatized. Most of us are totally blind to them and the impact they have on our life. And if we see them, we reject them. We push them back under because we don't want to see them. This is really unfortunate because they really have they do a hell of a job really driving our life if we don't see them and don't really look at them. For example, I would say easily 95% plus of people are in a job that they don't want to be in. Why? Because they're afraid of not having enough money. And that simple fear right there, that if they looked at, they could turn around and live a life of extravagant joy, they don't look at it. Why? Because we hate fear. It's the truth is it is simply a neutral feeling that we have trained ourselves to perceive as an enemy, as something to be suppressed, medicated away. But we really need to look at it. We need to deal with reality. Same thing with doubt. Doubt is like this invisible plague that again, almost everyone is plagued with it, except if you look at the most successful people on the planet, what do they have lots of? Self belief. And what do they have very little? What do they not tolerate in themselves? Doubt. They don't tolerate doubt. That is really a massive difference between the highly successful, including people who were born in perhaps very, poor circumstances, but with enough self belief, they really were able to raise themselves up very high. So it's very important that we learn how to transform our fear into self knowledge and joy, and how to transform our doubt into self confidence and vision. So these are the steps for accomplishing that. Step one, become aware of the feeling. You can become aware of it, you can name it, you can encounter it, or you can face it. Uh, these are all synonymous, but the idea is you don't continue to ignore it. You say, okay, I get it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that she's going to leave me. I doubt that I can get this promotion or that I can, transition my career or whatever it is. I doubt I can do it. Sorry, I doubt it. So that's good because we're at least now dealing with reality. We're facing it. But we need to go a little bit beyond just saying like, oh, the doubt or fears over here. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm afraid of that. Okay, I'm gonna go back to feeling, ignoring it or like push it back down. Like, oh yeah, oh whoa, totally, I have some fear. Okay, cool. Anyways, back to my Netflix show. Instead, we need to continually look at it. We need to become aware of it. Fear is a movement away from. Fear says, no, I don't want that. So it's an aversion, it's a movement away from. So if you are looking at fear and then you're moving away from it, that fear is coming with you because you are taking an action out of fear. Instead, to undo fear, you have to literally do the opposite of what fear does. You have to face toward it. You could call this courage, but you could also call it simply encountering it or facing the fear. So, what should you do at this point? At this point, step two, you can cathart or you can stand your ground. So, cathart means you say, hey, this feeling is in my physical body. How about I, you know, either express the emotion I feel is being suppressed right now. So if you're afraid, that might mean you scrunch up into a little ball on your bed, or you hide under the covers, and you just really go into the fear, and you let your body express the feeling you're having. This can be a wonderful way to really dig it out totally. Or you can internally, in your mind's eye, that is to say, as the awareness that you are, you can really stand your ground and face the fear or doubt. You can simply address it and be there, strong as you are, simply knowing that this is not going to touch me. I'm not afraid of fear. If I was afraid of fear, but that's just fear. So clearly I can't be afraid of fear. So that's the second step. And that's really important because these first two steps are, yeah, I get they're not the most fun steps, but they set us up for the fun step, which is the transmutation. So that's step three. when we take the fear or doubt and we actually transmute it into its opposite, which is desire. So let's say, for example, you are afraid of your partner breaking up with you, your partner leaving you. Okay, and let's say that is a fear first that you really suppressed. You totally, obviously, it's impacting the relationship. You're becoming needy, for example, in subtle ways. Okay, step one, you become aware of it, you name it, you encounter it, you face it. Step two, maybe at first you cathart it, you go under the covers, you hide, or maybe you don't even do that and you just look at the fear and say, okay, I am going to address you. I see you. I'm not going to turn away from you. I am here to bring this to its conclusion. Step three, you say, okay, I'm afraid of my partner breaking up with me. Then you ask yourself the question, so if that's what I don't want, what do I want? Oh, well, okay. So I don't want my partner to break. What do I want? I want my partner to not break up with me. No, that's still negative. Instead, I want health and harmony in my relationship. And as soon as you say that, you'll instantly feel some relief from the fear because you have taken that fear and you haven't suppressed it, you haven't moved it, you haven't tried to change it or snip it, or instead, you have literally released the energy of fear. You have transmuted it, you've transformed it. So the steps here for transmutation into the opposite is you just name what you don't want. Okay, I don't want my partner to break up with me. Step two, you name what you do want. I want to have health and harmony with my partner. And step three is to actually feel what it would feel like if you had that thing that you want, health and harmony with your partner. How would that feel? Whoa. Oh man, that'd feel amazing. And that third step is where all the magic happens. That is where you really end this fear for good. Uh, you might have other similar fears that come up that need to be released in this way, but that's it. So it's pretty cool. Uh, Another example of doubt. Let's say you have, you doubt that you can have everything you want in life. Try even just saying that out loud right now and say out loud, I can have everything I want in life. And notice if you feel any doubt, any like part of you judging you saying, no, you can't. Like, I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. So that's doubt, right? Great. So first thing is we become aware of it. Okay, that's doubt. I doubt that I can have everything I want in life. And by naming it, it snaps into place. What do we do next? We can cathartic it with doubt. I prefer, again, just standing your ground and just looking at it and saying, okay, I doubt that I can have everything I want in life. Okay, you're kind of targeting, you're kind of fixing on it. You're not moving, you're not letting it slip away. You are there with it. And then you ask yourself, okay, so what do I want? So this is the transmutation step. So I don't want I guess what I want is to believe I can have everything I want in life. Because that's the opposite of doubt. I I don't believe I can have everything I want in life. I don't want that. But I wish I did. I want to believe I could have everything I want in life. Third step, how would that feel if you had that? How would it feel if I just believed? Wow, I feel really powerful. And suddenly you have that feeling of power and that confidence. So this is how you master fear and doubt. Now, you definitely need to make a habit of this, but the great news is you just complete a single cycle and you should feel real release, real change. If you do that transmutation step properly, you're taking the fear, you're taking the doubt, and you're saying, okay, I get it. You're so obsessed with something you don't want, some negative event. But what do I want? And then in that moment, you flip it around and you allow yourself to feel the opposite, which is a true expression of you. And in that moment, you will feel, you'll feel a positive release, and real change will happen in your life because of that, because you have freed yourself from that fear or that doubt. So enjoy.